I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
I'm not gonna give you any more crypto advice. I'm tired of it. You don't listen. Just do your own research, for God's sake, please. Kick it!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Glad you're here. Today I'm going to go over a coin that a lot of people have asked me to go over, and I've talked to a lot of friends of mine about it. A couple of my buddies have done reviews on it. I hadn't really checked it out that much. My channel's been around for a while, and one of the reasons I started is to kind of go over things that I think are going under the radar that are not being talked about. I started this back, during the bull run when everybody was just talking about the same thing. And I would find things that I thought had real value or were definitely honorable, and nobody was talking about it. A lot of people aren't talking about it. But I did kind of go down the rabbit hole. I'm going to tell you up front, this is going to be a heck of a long video probably, because there's just so much to go over. The more I went down the rabbit hole, the more I found out about it, the bigger of a fan I became. It's really cool. It's really huge. I use the word it's ambitious. This is just super ambitious. Let's get into it. Before we do though, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button. Just right now, scroll down, hit it. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate the views and the likes and the comments. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. I try to do at least 2 or 3 videos a week. Let's get into Apollo. Now, like I said, it's ambitious. It's very, very big. It wants to be the all-in-one currency, which, I've kind of, heard stuff like that before. But this is really, they're really striving to do that. Basically, it's like it's taking bits and pieces or just whole projects of what other cryptocurrencies have tried to do or trying to do, and they put it all into one place and into one currency. The term ecosystem is thrown around a lot when it really shouldn't be. It's almost an understatement. It's not a new kid on the blockchain. It's been around for a while. They've been hitting their marks. We'll go over the roadmap. They have got a lot done, but they're trying to do, and they're doing a lot. First, let's just go over the main points on it. It was mainly started as and what I knew it as was just a privacy coin. And I just, it's just another privacy coin. I think that this is going to be the model in 2019 or beyond of whenever there is a project, people ask the question, what makes you different than that? What makes you different than that project? What makes you better than this project? Literally, the question will be, what makes you different than Apollo? What makes you, better than this part of Apollo? Like I said, it was its main focus, and it doesn't apologize for what it is. It is set up to be complete privacy, complete anonymity, and complete privacy in many, 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 many aspects, not just with transactions and with your crypto, but with other things, which I'll go over. So I thought, it's another privacy coin. I looked into it, and there is some special aspects most people know about. They use a IP mask to mask your IP address, which I thought that's cool. That's like the only thing that really, I think Verge, made Verge stand out. And, I was really heavy into Verge in the beginning, made a decent amount on Verge. It's, it's gone down a lot, which I think Verge is one of the only, when it comes to market cap and the currency you can compare it to, which I will later on. But like I said, let's get into it. But it's also different than just using the Tor to mask your IP address, because it goes further. Very, very hard to do, but that can still be tracked. But with Apollo Coin, they go a step further, so it can't be. It's 3rd generation blockchain. They're utilizing community world-class developers, managers, marketers, and researchers. The Apollo community backed the Apollo Foundation. It has accomplished its goal of becoming the world's fastest, most private, and most feature-rich cryptocurrency. Apollo was developed for the sole purpose of offering every mainstream cryptocurrency feature on one untraceable platform. Basically, what I said. The Apollo team is here because they believe the only person or entity that should be in control of your funds is you. Like I said, they're not apologetic for what they're there for. In doing this review, I reached out to the community. Huge community, by the way, very big, and not just big like a lot of projects have just big, telegrams or whatever. But their community is very, very vocal, very, very interactive, very supportive. So it's a really, really good community. Anyway, they sent me some graphics which I can go over. First, I want to hit these main points on the coin itself and what they're doing. First off, this is pretty cool. If you go over here to the platform part, you can click on these and go through all the different aspects of it, and it actually compares what Apollo coin has and does compared to all other privacy coins as well as some of the big main coins. First off, coin shuffling, which is a privacy feature that no, first off, dang it, whoops. First off is coin shuffling, which Dash uses. I think there is one or two other currencies that do try to use the coin shuffling. Another layer is the IP masking, which this is something that I knew Verge did, which was one of the things I thought Verge was so cool as being a privacy coin because Monero Dash didn't do it, and it actually masks your IP, which is if you can track an IP from someone that's actually worse in my opinion than just tracking the transaction, because it tells you where your physical address, where you really are. Basically, if any entity can access a user's IP address, revealing their physical location, that's the worst thing. Apollo set out to be one of the first currencies to change this fact. Apollo offers substantial IP protections and will integrate at least 3 layers of IP masking, offering unparalleled user privacy. Let's talk about some of that unparalleled user privacy. This goes over how they use the Tor, but one of the problems with Tor, which you can see Verge doesn't have this, is Tor is blocked in a lot of countries, so it can't get through. So then it wouldn't be able to be utilized. So development of a proprietary protocol that is justified by the recognition and blocking of Tor in some countries, as well as the inability to configure data exchange parameters in the Tor network. To implement transport between nodes, a VPN channel is created and a tunnel through which all data is transmitted in the form of standard protocol packets using standard web browsers. Pretty cool. Like I said, no one else has that. Verge does not have that. That's very impressive to me. This is all a little technical, but it's really, really cool. Next, encrypted messages. None of it, Verge has that. Encrypted messages on the Apollo blockchain will allow any user to send and receive untraceable messages and data files from one account to the other, utilizing the Olympus protocol. The user's IP address and the transaction carrying the message will be invisible. Possible use cases are untraceable communications, untraceable file data transfer, etc. Now, I'm not just saying that all this is being done and these are cool features, but the mind-blowing part of it is they put all this into one thing. It's in the wallet. Their wallet is huge and it's so cool. I'll go over it with you. But all these features are accessible right there in your wallet. Everything. When I say ecosystem, it is total ecosystem. Alias system, I think, yeah, Ethereum has the alias system. No one else. Coin mixing, Dash and Monero use that. That's where it mixes it with other coins and transactions and then shoots them out so that it's hard to be tracked where your coins are when it mixes with the other coins. And private ledger. The private ledger function implements the creation of anonymous wallets carrying out anonymous transactions from these wallets using a full range of anonymous services. This offers 100% guarantee of anonymity, transactions, users, nodes, and the usage of blockchain. Those are some of the privacy elements of it, and compared to the other coins. Next, the decentralized ecosystem. They have voting, don't have voting. But this is not just like regular voting, which it's bigger than that. The Apollo voting system allows users to create public or private polls, all in your wallet. You can see it. You can go right to it. Pretty cool. For many purposes, polls can be used to direct and manage funds from an account, elect officials, which is what a lot of things do. Use voting for, or simply to gauge public opinion. This is really exciting for me. I'll tell you why. This opens up near endless possibilities for collecting absolute verified responses from designated sources. Possible use cases are contracts, voting, signatures, account management, arbitration, etc. Also, you can create a poll completely anonymous. Whatever the question is, whatever you want to find out, if you want to find out for a company or an entity, this is a verifiable, honest, and total anonymity in the question and in the person that answers. A lot of polls, they're skewed because people don't want to answer 100% truthfully, whether it's for political reasons or personal or embarrassment, whatever. This is a completely anonymous answer, and you know that. So these questions and these polls are going to be much more on point. I think that's going to help with the information on a poll, make these polls a lot more valid. Decentralized file storage. Apollo's data cloud allows the user to upload data to the blockchain for storage and retrieval and publishing of information. This gives the user the ability to upload a file to the blockchain, therefore receiving an irrefutable and immutable timestamp for that data. This timestamp can be helpful in establishing an absolute date for legal documents such as contracts, intellectual ownership. Possible use cases are voting, permits, evidence in court records, transparency, birth and death certificates, contracts, wills, trusts, escrows, maps, GPS data, signatures, medical records, arbitration, delivery of goods, certifications, etc. Just another kind of use of the blockchain, but on steroids. It's really, really cool. Once again, no one else has that. Now, this is another thing a lot of currencies have tried to do. A lot of projects done. They want to have an actual marketplace for you to buy and sell things, like I don't want to use the dark web, but a totally decentralized and anonymity. I gotta look at whatever the word is. And you have total anonymity in this marketplace. The Apollo's decentralized marketplace will allow users to buy, sell, and trade physical and digital goods using the Apollo currency. Users can list goods to be sold locally or even worldwide. Trading will be decentralized and untraceable, allowing the free trade of any item. Future updates will include a review and reputation system, aiding sellers in building a positive reputation based on experiences. So they're going to have a rating system. You'll be able to give your reviews. Pretty cool. Once again, nobody. Then financial systems, the asset system. Apollo asset system, only Ethereum has that. User can issue, buy, sell, and trade in asset tokens intended to represent anything from public and private equity to real-world commodities. So you can make and issue tokens and then trade them on the Apollo network. Unlike other markets and cryptocurrencies, users will be able to trade these assets with 100% privacy. So you can tokenize an item and then send it out. You can do this on a small level or on a big level, something more personal. Possible cases are assets, commodities, derivatives. Man, this font is messing me up, etc. Um, Next, the monetary system. Monetary system, Apollo and Ethereum. Monetary system, Apollo allows users to instantly create currencies, which we just went over, that can be traded privately on Apollo's decentralized exchange as well as freely on external exchanges. These currencies can be easily backed by Apollo, giving them an instant tangible value. Possible use cases: finance, charity, voter IDs, escrow, coupons, currencies, etc. Advanced account control. Accounts can be created in a way that allows group control utilizing the Apollo voting system. A group can be granted the ability, via ownership of specified token assets, to vote on the transactions. So, and then also multi-sig, multi-signature wallet, so more than one person can have access to it. Which that's got a few that do have that. The DEX, the decentralized exchange, is an important feature of the Apollo platform, as it allows for the fast and private purchasing, selling, and trading of all assets, tokens, and currencies created within Apollo. We are in the process of also adding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many other well-known currencies to this exchange. This will allow users the ability to buy, sell Apollo privately from any nation on Earth. That's going to be another huge part of it, is the DEX. And then smart contracts. Apollo will soon integrate to the ability to create the complex smart contracts, not just simple smart contracts, but complex smart contracts, which is kind of like the next level. Combined with our asset system, monetary system, decentralized marketplace, and storage system, leasing and voting system, I'll go over that in a second. These smart contracts will open up nearly infinite possibilities within Apollo. Now, Apollo is also has a proof of stake protocol, so you can stake your coins and you can build more. They call it forging, though, not staking. And you can also lease out your forging to other people, so you can kind of pool your forging or your proof of stake to gain a better chance of getting earning a block. Pretty cool. It's a little bit technical, but as always, do your own research. It's not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Definitely do your own research and look into it. But I honestly, after I started researching and investigating Apollo, I got into it, and I'm really looking forward to it this year. I think it's gonna be definitely one to watch. Next, they have wallets. I have the web. I actually set the web wallet up so that I could just show you all that in the video. I have the Windows wallet, and that's what I store all my APL in. Click on documents. They've got a white paper, technical paper, and a one-pager. You can go there and read over those. Roadmap. Like I said, the roadmap's really important. Like I said, they're not a new kid on the blockchain. They've been around for a while. They are keeping up with all of their commits. We're in Q1. Q1 have the Hermes 2.0, which Apollo sharding, adaptive block generation. It's supposed to be really fast. In fact, there is article here. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank said some stuff on them launching the Olympus Protocol 2. ABC Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, this past week lauded Apollo Foundation for December 18, 2000 launch of the Olympus Protocol 2.0. The update makes Apollo the all-in-one currency, a truly private and unregulatable platform. He's worth $400 million. He's a good-looking dude for 64, definitely. But they are in the news. There's a lot of stuff in the news. There's an article in Forbes, which basically goes over a lot of stuff I went over. The Apollo Foundation launched its all-in-one cryptocurrency focused on integrating every useful feature from mainstream cryptocurrencies, combining those with an unmatched privacy, and is now the fastest, most private, and most feature-rich cryptocurrency on the market. Because of recent breakthroughs, such as its updater, which updates the blockchain using a transaction adaptive block generation. It's 2-second blocks. 2-second blocks. There is a case that could be made that Apollo is the most advanced cryptocurrency. And this is in Forbes. It's not, like some fly-by-night thing. A key selling point made by Apollo platforms is the platform is unregulated, meaning that the privacy elements to it will be beyond any government control. At the same time, they promise to make the platform easily accessible to those who don't have a bank account by providing physical buy locations, mobile options, and even creating a physical currency. A physical currency, that's so insane. But they are going to have physical locations, banked the unbanked, marketplace, privacy. There's, like I said, it's kind of rolling everything where, what did it say up here? Integrating every useful feature from mainstream cryptocurrencies and combining those with unmatched privacy. And it's now the fastest. So it's putting all those features from every mainstream cryptocurrency into one place. Team McAfee is also part of the marketing on it, which love McAfee or hate him, he's the American Justin Sun and is one heck of a marketer. So that goes over a little bit of the Hermes 2.0. Later this quarter, they're going to have the decentralized exchange integrate into the wallet. Wallet 3.0 comes out. Q2, Hermes 3.0, and then Olympus 3.0, testnet, and the Apollo Dex should be going live. And then Q3, Olympus 3.0, IP masking 3.0, private ledger. And Q1 of 20, Apollo platform, Hermes 4.0, smart contracts, Olympus 4.0, the Apollo mobile. So they've done a lot, and they're still doing, but they've done so much. There's so much that's actually already done. It's tradable on a lot of exchanges. I buy mine on IDEX. There's quite a few. I think the most volume is between Bitmart and IDEX. It kind of goes back and forth. They're both pretty easy to use though. And the team, very transparent is another thing about this. If you go into their community and check it out, or you look on the website, everyone's LinkedIn's here, but a lot of I should have their YouTube channel up. Their YouTube channel is amazing. There's so many videos that they put out. They really keep their community informed. Like I said, it's a very, 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 very interactive community, and they interact with the community massively. Twitter, lots. They're constantly updating their social media. They're constantly updating their community with videos. There's, like I said, a ton of videos they put out on every aspect of it, and every update is pretty cool to see that. There is a place to contact them directly, which if you watch any of my videos, I think that's a huge deal that you're always able to contact them straight through the site. I think it shows a lot of transparency with the project. And then there's also keeps you up to date with a lot of the new stuff. They have a store. You can buy stuff. Hopefully they'll see this video and they'll send me some swag. That'll be cool. I might even get some away. But I will probably keep. They have a hat. I really like the hat, and the socks are cool. Next, I'll hit these graphics. I went over most of these, the IP Tor masking, and then the IP masking that's encrypted. Verge does not have that. The coin shuffling, all that stuff I went over. This compares the speed to other projects. 2 seconds are at the top. XRP's at 4, Stellar's at 5, Tron's at 5, NEM is at 30, so on. This is a little hard to see, but it's It really is pretty cool, all the stuff that it goes over. Let me see if I can pull up some of these, because there's some things I didn't go over that this does. Um, the voting system allows third-party plugins. That's one thing that they have that most don't. Um, authentication system, the balance leasing, I went over that a little bit. File transfer, data cloud. Data cloud's cool, which is, some projects, that's like their whole thing. It's just another aspect of it. They are safe from 51% attack. I didn't hit on that. They are safe from 51% attack, which is a big deal because it's proof of stake. Only it says that only no, I don't think Ethereum was. Who was the only one? XRP, and XRP is pretty much because it's super centralized, but and they are inflation proof, as none of the other ones are. Pretty cool. All right, and this is the DEX. This is what the DEX is going to look like. When it comes to DEXs, they all work very similar. It's mainly about liquidity and then aesthetics, I guess, secondly. And this does look really, really cool. That is it on that. That's pretty much it. Let's go over the wallet just so I can show you and blow your mind a little bit. This is the web wallet. Set it up. Get your address up here, which you can send all the Apollo you want to that address. That's cool. But everything's right here. The dashboard, the account ledger, all that stuff. The asset system, asset exchange, trade, all right here. Currency system, your currency, and then the voting system, active polls, followed polls. You can create a poll down here. The data storage, if you wanted to upload a file, search for files, the marketplace. I thought that there usually is stuff right here on your page. Let me see if I can click on this, if it'll come up. In my wallet, it did. And then messaging, you can use the chat, aliases, it's all right here. And there's stuff for sale. It worked in purchased. Oh, purchased products. Here we go. My products for sale. Oh, you just click on marketplace. I went to the purchased products. Here's the marketplace. There's like stuff you can buy. There's a book. 797 products available. Total purchases 95. So there's the marketplace. It's already up and running. Pretty neat. Go back to the dashboard. So like I said, everything's all in one place. It's so cool. And I mean, everything's laid out. It's very, 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 very simple, but it's so massive. And it's the feature rich, I guess, is the only. It's been used in a lot of the articles and all, but it's just so many features when it comes to this. It is I mean, Apollo, I'm super impressed by it. I really am. I'm in it. I think it's definitely something to watch. When it comes to the token, I'll hit on that real quick. The token, right now, if we're on CoinMarketCap, the circulating supply is about 14 billion. It's selling for 1/10 of a penny because it is. I mean, it's the bear market. It's been pulled back. The only thing I think you can really compare this to would be Verge. So I'll go back here. I'd looked at Verge. Is it going to go back to Verge? We're going to have to look for Verge, aren't we? All right, fine. Oh. Okay, so we'll go to Verge. It is running slow. Should have just had it already on another page. Okay, Verge, about 15 billion for their circulating supply. Right now, it is about 0.6 of a cent. Has a market cap about 3 times as big. But in the last run, Verge went up to about a quarter, about 25 cents a coin. Which, if you compare, like I said, their circulating supply is very, very similar. The things that Apollo does is way, 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 way over this. But just reaching Verge type numbers, it would go from 1/10 of a cent if it made it up to the a quarter. The gains on that would be, I don't even know what that would be. So 1 cent would be a 10x, and then 25 times that 10x. So it'd be like 250x. Wow. Yeah, I hadn't really even thought of that. That's a huge number. Market cap's 23 billion versus Verge pushing 100 million. 14 billion versus the 15 billion. Super similar. And then I see this really taking off in 2019. I see it being one of the big cryptos. This right now, today, I think this is a very important factor. It's ranked 119th on CoinMarketCap. It's still up there, but it's out of the top 100. I think that it is somewhat under the radar. Like I said, a lot of people are talking about it. It's still very, very, very big in crypto circles, but a lot of people, they just look at that first page. They just look at the top 100, especially new people that are getting into to the sphere, which I think that is coming as we're testing the bottom right now. They only look at that top 100. So this is just under the radar at ranked at 119. Like I said, I've gotten into it. I think it's definitely going to do well this year. I'm really looking forward to it. Not financial advice, do your own research, but that's what I'm doing. If you have any other questions or comments, I appreciate them. Please leave them in the comments below. Once again, please hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. You guys take care, and I will see you in the next video.
Kick it!